What's up guys, today it's going to be a quick episode. What I'm going to do is basically go over something I bought at Ikea. So if you watch our Weekender series, hopefully by the time this video is uploaded, that one will be as well. My wife and I, we just went through Ikea, kind of showed you what they offer, took you along for the ride, and hopefully it was a little fun adventure if you're not familiar with what Ikea is. But one of the things I picked up, which I had seen before, but I really never thought about buying, is this like 3-shelved cart that has casters on it. And it's basically just a tiny metal cart, and it allows you to like wheel it around and stuff. I'm not actually going to use it in the garage. I'm just assembling it in the garage, but I'm going to utilize it upstairs. So I'm going to put like my laptop and camera system, memory cards, things like that on it for video editing. But I think it'd be a really good thing to have to keep me organized, because I tend to turn the living room into a studio, if you will, and so when we have people over, we don't particularly want to have all that stuff everywhere, and so this is hopefully going to just keep me organized. So I really wanted to just show you one of the neat things that Ikea has, and just being creative, because that's not what that cart's intended for, but just kind of being creative with the things that they have, utilizing something for a different purpose than what it's intended for, but I think it's going to work out really well. So I'm going to open up the box, show you what it is, in case some of you may want to attempt to do the same. I think this would even make a great cart for the garage, just because of the size. It's not as big as traditional carts that you'd get at like Home Depot or Harbor Freight. So I think it's something to definitely consider, and it's really cheap. It was like 30 bucks at the time of purchase. So I'm gonna switch this over to a quick time lapse, and then I'll get it unboxed and show you what's in there as well, and then we'll get it installed. Hopefully it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, it's a 3-shelf cart with some casters on the bottom. So like I said, let me bring it over. We'll get started. Okay, so hopefully from the time lapse you could see a quick unboxing of everything that's in there. Again, you get 3 metal shelves, the supports and everything, and then also the casters. In typical Ikea fashion, it's flat packed really nicely. In fact, the box is not very large at all. You could fit this in a car. It doesn't take up much space. Again, that's why I think this is really appealing. This is Rascog, I think is how they want to say it, but that's the name of the shelves. That's what it's going to look like when we're finished here. And so again, I'm not going to bore you too much with how to put this together. Like most Ikea stuff, they have really well written instructions with images. Mainly I'm going to focus on the pictures, because like most people, I don't like to read the instructions. But the pictures are usually pretty self-explanatory. In fact, there's no words on most of the pages for this. It's more or less just put this piece and this piece together. So let's hope that this is pretty straightforward, and we get this put together pretty quickly. So again, what I'm going to do is throw you guys on a time lapse, not to bore you with putting this together. And then what I'll do is I'll also time myself to see how long it actually took me to put this together. And that way it gives you a realistic understanding of how quick you can put it together. Now again, I literally just opened the box when I filmed it for you guys. I have not read the instructions. In fact, the only time I've opened it was just now when I showed the camera. So mine will be a pretty accurate representation of how long it's going to take you from start to finish, because I don't even know what tools are needed. A lot of times Ikea gives you like an Allen wrench or a little screwdriver to put their furniture and stuff together. I don't know if that's the case here, but again, we may need to determine what tools are needed for the job. So, like I said, throw you guys on time lapse. We'll get this thing together, and then I'll give you my thoughts once it's together to see if it's what I thought it was when I saw it in the store. So let's get started. I wanted to show you guys the time. It's 24 minutes 24 seconds, just so you guys can be fully involved in the project. I think I could have probably got it done in a little less than that if I hadn't already if I'd already had everything out, but I wanted to give you guys a realistic representation of the time it takes to actually do this. And so that was start to finish. Pulling out all the stuff included finding a screwdriver in my toolbox, because like Ikea usually does, they did give you the wrenches that have open end on one side, closing end on the back, which could put together about 90% of this project. But they did not include a screwdriver, which is used for a couple of the Phillips screws to connect the pieces together. But outside of that, that's the only tool that you have to provide. This is probably going to do exactly what I want. And in fact, I may even buy one of these for the garage, because it rolls really nicely. It's really sturdy. It's all metal. And it honestly, I feel like it would be a great addition to the shop. So I think, like I mentioned, this is going to be a little bit of a roll around cart for me to kind of store my, vlogging equipment and things like that, and paperwork as I work on things. And then when we have guests over, I can put it all in here and wheel it into the bedroom out of the way. And it also just keeps my stuff organized. So I think it's going to be an awesome addition, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, I think this is a great kind of cart. I had never heard of it, and so when I saw it, I was like, man, there's so many uses for this little guy. It being metal and has really nice casters and everything, I think somebody could utilize this pretty easily in their garage and other places around the home. So again, one of those neat things, if you have an open mind, you're a little bit creative, you never know what you're going to find, and so that's why Ikea is always a fun adventure for us. That's why it was included in the Weekender series. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Love to hear them. Again, this was probably one of the more easier projects from Ikea. And so yeah, I'd love to get your thoughts on it, and if you intend to buy one yourself. So thanks for watching.